Hey guys, welcome back to another Gran Turismo daily race, and today we have Watkins Glen in Group 4 cars. This race was a lot of fun, until it wasn't, but I think it's some of the most intense racing I've had from start to finish, and I was really proud with how I was racing wheel to wheel. I think I'm getting a lot better, which is funny, once you start playing a lot and getting more practice, you start playing a lot better. So, it's great being able to actually like race and have fun with these races. Hopefully you enjoy it too. But I really enjoy Watkins Glen as a track, and I think it produced a really good race here. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and one more thing. I forgot, because this race was so intense, I did not talk a lot. So if I'm quiet, that is why. I am locked in on these cars and racing. But either way, hopefully the sound of the engines is enough for y'all. And sporadic comments from time to time. But either way, here's that race. See ya.
Let's be a little aggressive into turn one, but being very tentative. That was a little better. Oh boy. The thing is, if we ease up here, the guy behind us is gonna get. That was messy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, front wing damage too. Dang. I can't believe that guy went for that gap. Dang, and we spun. That's insane. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've never been so thankful for a ghost in my life. Stop squeezing. The guy had us with another penalty. See if he unghosts here. Yep.
OMG. Hey guys, it's me. This is post commentary Izzy here after the race. I think I'm gonna mix in some post commentary because I want to explain some things going on here. So as we see, going into the penultimate turn, we finally, after separating from the came behind us, start to like settle into the race finally, because it's been really intense with all the people following us, all the different penalties. Going into this penultimate turn, I get a little too aggressive, trying to get the gap between us, and I smack the wall, and it stops all my momentum and all my speed, and we're compromised here for the big run into turn 1. And it's really interesting, the GT4 here goes on the inside of the Cayman, and we kind of squeeze it, which is nice. So they had compromised turning into turn 1, so they have to go deep, and we get the better line on the outside and get the run. So I was really proud of this move, because obviously I went to the middle of the track on purpose, so they had to decide whether they were on the outside or the inside, and it worked perfectly here. I'm so proud. But that was that move, and then we're now in 7th place here on the 3rd lap. Moving ahead a little bit into the lap, this Cayman is still right on our tail. They try to stick it around the outside here, which is really bold. And for a split second, they get ahead of us, but we're able to evade that pass. And now we're going side by side, drag race to the next turn. I got the inside, which is nice. They're going to try to stick it on the outside again, but unfortunately for them, we had the better angle and the better traction out of the exit, so we're able to maintain our position. But this is pretty great racing. I've been racing against this Cayman mostly the entire lap, from turn 1 up until now. And unfortunately here, we made contact. I moved a little bit to the right. I did get a bad run because I had the oversteer, so we kind of like collide. It's kind of messy. I don't know. Very unfortunate. We missed 2 places, and if you look back there, the steering wheel like disconnected from my desk. So now if you look into the camera, I'm scrambling to screw my steering setup back to my desk so that I can race without it, coming off. So far, like I was saying, this race is intense. I'm scrambling. I just get hit to the side again. So it's been crazy. Side-by-side racing, start of the lap to end of the lap, crashes, contact, and wheels disconnecting from desk. It's been intense, to say the least. But we're in 9th place with 8th and 7th place just ahead. So still a lot of race to go, with it only being lap 4. And it's still non-stop action. Here, going to the bus stop, we kind of feint the move. We don't really go for it. Forces the NX in front of us to go deep, and that allows us to get the pass. Super well executed little feint move. They actually give us a bump there, which is helpful for us. A little boost from behind, and now we are in 8th place, trying to hunt down this Lambo ahead of us. So again, moving a little bit further into the lap, we're going to feint another move here on the inside of the Lambo, and again, they go deep just like the guy previously, so they're compromised into these final little sectors before the end of the lap, which is huge because right before, the first part of the lap is that long straight. So we're right behind, perfectly in tow, staying as close as possible, and we do kind of mess up there, go a little deep, but you know what, we're close enough. We are still in slipstream range, heading into turn 1 onto this long straight, which is exactly what we want. So here we go. They actually go a little deep there, not the best angle, and we're perfectly in tow here. I'm going to skip ahead a bit where we can see us making the pass before we even get to the bus stop, just like we did with the Cayman. So another great move, and that puts us into 7th place. Skipping ahead to the second half of lap 6, catching up to these 2 cars, and one of them, I don't know if they bump into each other or what, but the green car here goes super wide with the penalty, and the Megane is compromised. The Megane is compromised here on the runs. We're back in this race after being pretty alone for a while, getting this slipstream and a chance for 5th place here. A little further down to the lap, we're now right behind this Megane, getting ready again to measure the move into turn 1 so we can make the pass into the bus stop. But actually, this Megane, I don't know what happens. I don't know if they go deep or what, but they kind of just let us go past. I don't know if they did that on purpose because they knew we were going to pass them with the slipstream into the bus stop, and they actually wanted the slipstream, but I think they just made a mistake, probably. I don't think they were trying to big brain that hard. But actually, we're the ones that make a mistake there and go wide into lap number 7. And it's actually going to give us a 1 second. I thought it was a half second, but it gives us a 1 second penalty. That's really going to hurt us a ton. I mean, we saw earlier that the one little oversteer moment cost us 2 spots. This 1 second penalty is going to cost us a lot. You can still see the gap in the mini-map on the top right is super close. And as we see here, going to the bus stop again, the McGann, kind of aggressive. This is a little bit of a bump from behind, which kind of compromises. I guess we worked fine. They hit us another bump again, so it's really tough to pass there, but we're maintaining our spot, and thankfully the little hits are not knocking us off into the shadow room. I go defensive here, see if they force them off the line, off the racing line, I mean. But again, they bump us again, squeezing us, even though they're trying to go on the outside. I don't know, this person isn't racing the best. It's kind of suspicious. I'm getting kind of suspicious, and I'm trying to be as careful as possible when it comes to wheelchair racing with this McGann. Hopefully, or actually thankfully, another car comes into the mix, and now the McGann has to kind of be on the defensive. But as you look here, so we get 2 spots taken from us, 3 spots. The McGann actually had a penalty 2, and they ghost through us, which is kind of crazy. So now we're in a crazy little pack here, really all fighting for 5th place, all 6 of us, which is, I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's also really stressful. I guess the one bright side is that we're still right in the slipstream with these guys, and we're going to be able to measure them pretty well going into this final turn, penultimate turn. So we can line them up into turn 1, and so we get a couple passes done. Here the McGann again goes deep. I think they're just bad at that turn. They also got hit by that Ferrari in front of them, so they probably compromised there. They whack us again. So it's really weird what this McGann is doing, but you know, we're moving ahead. Getting the slipstream, trying to pass this Ferrari on the run into the bus stop. Here, going up the little kink on the straight, we get a little aggressive. I thought it was my turn to be aggressive. I was feeling good about my racing, so I go for that gap. I mean, I'm mostly on the grass, but you know, 2 wheels on the racetrack, so it's fine. Going into the bus stop, the move, we don't really get the move. So again, we're gonna go for the feint here, see if we can make him go deep again. And instead, this McGann just goes for this gap, whacks us. I whacked them back on accident and kind of send them into the shadow room. They kind of survive, but I don't know, that really sucked. We were right behind this car with a chance to make a move, and the McGann kind of ruined it for us. I mean, it's the bus stop. You don't really go for dive bombs to the bus stop, but I guess it's not, in all grand scheme of things, that bad. We're still in the race. We just lost some time to the group in front of us. Skipping ahead again, I kind of feel bad about this. We're behind the Ferrari going to this penultimate turn, and I gave a little hit from behind, and it forces them into the wall, so I feel, oops. Yeah, you can hear me say oops. I mean, I feel kind of bad about it. Not really, though. I mean, I've gotten crashed out so many times, as you guys can see from my previous videos from last week. Here another person gets bumped out of the way. The Lambo and that green car have it coming together. The Genesis. So now we're back up in the 6th with a chance for 5th again on the 2nd to last lap. So we're able to recover after a little debacle with our 1 second penalty. But now skipping ahead to the actual bus stop, the Ferrari had the slipstream, and they go ahead and make the move here, which is fine. We're even now, I guess. I kind of let them pass too because I felt bad for bumping into them. So we give up 6th place back, but we're right on the tails. They get a bad exit on this little U-turn part. So we're right on their tail again, back in the hunt for 5th. But unfortunately, this is the beginning of the end of this race for us. We do some pretty decent side-by-side racing. We're bumping doors here pretty hard, banging doors. Racing hard, you know. These lobbies are pretty low. Getting a move, trying to get it maneuvered so that we can make a move into the next turn, getting that slipstream. But unfortunately, lurking in the camera, the mini cam behind us, you can see the McGann is slowly coming up. And actually brakes so late, and they go for this move and whack us again. So now this McGann is pushing us into the grass, trying to get past this Ferrari. So now we're 3 wide almost into this turn. And there's another car behind me that I don't see, and it whacks me on my rear wheel. It spins me out. I whack into the McGann, and then I crash again. And it's so frustrating. I mean, at least this time we didn't crash, you know, on the 2nd lap. But this race was so fun. There was so much good people racing, so much happening, penalties, crashes, so many good moves. And it just has to get ruined on the penultimate lap by getting tapped on our rear wheel, and unfortunately making contact with somebody else. So, um, yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's fun to play, but it sucks when it ends like that, especially in such a good race. We were fighting for 5th place, which is insane. You can see the gap between all the different cars is still super tight. I mean, first and second place, and maybe third or way ahead. But that gap for that group, the pack for 5th, is so tight, and it was so fun to be battling for it. But yeah, it just this had to be ruined. I mean, it had to get ruined at some point, I guess. One last couple ahead here. We were able to make one move. We kind of spin out there so they get us back in 12th. But there's 2 guys with penalties here. So it's kind of a chance for us to get 11th place or maybe 10th place. But I mean, I was still, I don't know, frustrated. We were fighting for 5th. This Porsche knocks us wide. They probably didn't see us coming, which is fine. But yeah, just a disappointing race, I guess. I don't know. The guy passes. We're down to 13. Oh, just rubbing salt in the wounds.
Where did we finish? No, 13. We were literally fighting. The pack was so close for like 4th through 13th. And people just kept bumping into me. Not like spinning me out, but like bumping to me enough where I slowed down and everybody passed me. Oh, man.
Yep, so those are my thoughts in the moment. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like this style of video better with the voice commentary over the race, let me know. Maybe I can do more. It does take a lot more time, a lot more editing for me, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I like pointing things out so that other people can learn also about the game and the different things I'm doing. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.